Hi, friends. Welcome to Jesus Energy, where we move beyond beliefs and focus on embodying the healing, transformative, and loving energy of Jesus. Hi, I'm Kate King. I am spiritual director, writer, mom, wife, really just someone obsessed with talking to others about God and getting to the heart of the original mission of Jesus. This space is dedicated to anyone that wants to move into a more experiential dimension of Christianity, to those that long to be spiritually curious and expansive while also rooted into the love of Christ. It is dedicated to anyone that might be wondering if they're still Christian and know they long to hold on to the relationship with Jesus, and to anyone that simply longs to cultivate heaven on this earth and come fully alive in the here and now. So, here we are, first episode of 2026. I am humbled and honored to be here with you, that you are choosing this space. I know there's a lot of places you can be. I pray that this is fruitful for you, for us. We get to hear from the profound Scott Odom. He is a longtime practitioner of Tibetan Buddhism. He is an incredible spiritual teacher. And I read his beautiful book, The Awakened Heart, and was so deeply moved by it. Today we get to hear from his incredibly moving story of moving through profound difficulties to a spiritual awakening. And he is someone that is genuinely, authentically brings happiness and peace in the way that he communicates and lives his life, and is truly such a gifted teacher. And I treasure our time together. And I hope that it is a gift to you in the way that it was to me. In this conversation, we move through talking about his story, as I mentioned, and everything from realms to spirit guides and Buddhahood, and what kind of wondered through what Buddha and Jesus might talk about if they were in a conversation. It was a true joy to get curious about Tibetan Buddhism and to learn from his perspective. And he had the most heart just opening stories about experiencing the love and mercy of Jesus that just give me goosebumps as I even think back on it. And I'm so excited for you to hear it. So we recorded this episode just before Christmas, and I'm releasing it here at the end of January. And I live just outside of Minneapolis, and it's a hard time here, and a lot of heavy stuff that we're moving through. And at any time in the world where we are moving through such difficulty, sometimes I just want to curl in and not do anything. Or like, why would I keep going with this project, or like my writing or my passion projects and offering services to the world? But I truly have to keep coming back to it. Is in these times that we need grounding and love and connectedness more than ever. And it is in our groundedness in love and our connectedness one with another that we can truly make an impact and send out that frequency of Christ in the world in palpable and tangible ways, in that alignment with love. So I send this out with the intent that it helps each of us connect more with Source and with one another. And so much love to you. Yay, welcome. I'm so grateful and honored to be here with Scott Odom. Scott, so a mutual friend introduced me to Scott Jory Pryor. He was like, you have to talk to Scott. He's a phenomenal spiritual teacher. And since then, I've just connected with you, Scott, on social media. And every time your face pops up on social media, um, like, you just have this authentic happiness about
Yeah.
you. And I get such a red flag over it when I when happiness feels fake, you know? And with you, it's like this pure, coming from your heart happiness that I want more of in my life.
Mm,
And joy and this, like, dare I say, bliss with you. And actually, as I say that, I'm like, oh, I am curious to know what your thoughts are on like joy and happiness and how they differ. Cause like for you, it's like a real like happiness. Anyways, I could
mm,
go on and on. And so many things. So yes, this bliss about you too that is just so contagious and that's just drawn me to you and you're so authentic with all of it. And so
mm,
and then as I read your book, um wow, Scott, like wow, your story and I'm looking forward to hearing from you about it, but it just the depth of it and what you've moved through in life made this happiness that I'm drawn to that much more stunning
mhm.
and real and beautiful. And um yeah, wow. So thank you for being here. I'm excited to see your face here in real time and to have this time with you.
Well, thank you,
So
Kate.
yeah,
I'm excited to talk with you and share my story a little bit.
thank you. I'd love to begin simply by hearing from your voice, just kind of who you are, maybe your mission in life, to something that you might enjoy doing if you were given a free afternoon.
Mm, um, okay, yeah. I am just a regular guy, right? Uh, Someone who had a career as a police officer and I don't know, really deeply engaged with the world, but
Yeah,
not in a very skillful way. Doing my best, but when I started to encounter real trouble and real problems, partly as a result of work and partly as a result of my own family stuff, um, yeah, I started to get really upside down with suffering.
mm,
Um, really lost, really unhappy, really angry, and no real good way of dealing with that.
mm,
And because I was a cop, I didn't want to talk to a therapist. I didn't want to get in that box of therapeutic interventions. Um, but I knew that I was deeply troubled. So I thought I might figure out how to work with my own mind through meditation.
mm,
And when I think of meditation, I think of Buddhism. That was my exposure early on. As Buddhists are the
mm.
people who meditate.
Yeah,
So I looked for a Buddhist center near me where I could go meditate on the sly, learn how to do it, and maybe fix my relationship to my brain. And so I found a center. I went and I started to meditate, and that started to help. But of course, what really helped me was the spiritual aspect of
yeah,
connecting with a teacher and connecting with a tradition that, um, I don't know, just immediately felt like home for me.
yeah. Did
It
it?
immediately opened, yeah, it opened my heart.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
um, I saw, okay, this may be able to help me with my suffering. It might be able to help me with my broken brain, but there is something
Mm,
here that is calling to my soul, that is calling to my
mm,
deepest part of me
yeah.
and waking it up and welcoming it. Like I really did feel an overwhelming sense of being seen and being home again.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
And so then that connection and that feeling of nourishment and safety
Yeah,
allowed me to really pour myself into the teachings,
yeah.
pour myself into practice without holding anything back. And I think no matter what it is, if you pour yourself into something and you don't hold anything back,
Mm,
then very quickly you begin to taste the results of that connection. And for me, then it just became a self reinforcing loop. of getting better and better,
Mm.
more and more open, learning more and more about myself and how my mind works and how my heart works. And then eventually it led to this profound sense of deep happiness,
Mm.
bliss,
Yeah.
joy, and contentment that's not dependent upon outer circumstances.
Mm.
Like I don't need things to be a certain way for
Yeah.
me to be happy, for me to
Mm.
be connected to this bliss. And I don't even need to be happy. I can be sad. I can be grief stricken. I can be um, wrapped up in the world as it is and my own situation as it is. And it does not touch this profound openness and
Mm.
clarity and happiness, contentment that's kind of
Yeah.
all pervasive. And so,
That's beautiful.
yeah, it changed my life.
Hmm.
And now my life is oriented around practice and around sharing what I've learned with the people in my community and the people in my group. And uh, I'm kind of a one trick pony. That's all I want to do.
Yeah.
That's uh, that's what I love. I mean, I love to hike and be outdoors and be with my wife and play with my dogs and have a
Yeah.
regular, quiet life. But as far as what really lights me on fire, it's connecting with other people and sharing the techniques for accessing this state of profound happiness for
Hmm.
themselves so that they can be liberated. They can be liberated from the tight grip of whatever suffering that they're experiencing because that's our human condition, right? Suffering is a big part of that.
Yeah.
But there's a way to get past that or to shift our relationship with it totally.
Yes. Okay, so many things. Would you be willing to share a bit more of your story and what came before um, you being drawn and feeling at home and learning about Buddhism?
Sure. Um, I think the main thing was on one track was my professional engagement with suffering of the world, right? As a cop, as a detective, as a SWAT guy, um, I
Mm.
was just living in everyone else's deepest moments of unhappiness, right? No
Wow.
one calls us No one calls us, "Hey, things are going great. I'm really happy.
Wow.
I
Yeah.
just wanted to share
Yeah.
this with you," right?
Right.
They call us when there's, blood and smoke in the air and there's
Mm.
rage and fear and grief, someone's dead or someone's injured or something's been stolen.
Yeah.
Um, there's conflict and unhappiness.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think the first few years that's really exciting and thrilling to be part of, to be in the mix of all of this drama and excitement. But over time, it wears on us. I think it wore on me. And,
Yeah.
you start to accrue these things that you see and experiences that leave a mark on you.
Yeah.
And so that gets, eventually, it starts to, I don't know, it started to affect how I saw myself and how I saw other human beings and how I saw the world as a kind of a
Yeah.
dark and ugly place. And then around the same time that I was starting to develop this unhappiness with the human condition at work, my daughter started to fall apart. Um, got into drugs, criminal behavior, got into trouble, started getting arrested, taken to juvenile hall, and just her life went off the rails, and it took our life off the rails, and it was like a 10-year period, excuse me, where it just got worse and worse and worse and worse.
Mm. Yeah.
And every time she got in trouble, she would get in twice as much trouble the next day, you know, she'd get arrested, she'd get sent to a group home, she'd run from the group home. And then while she was run from the group home, she would get arrested for breaking and entering or stealing something or selling drugs or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just became, well, it was the collapse of the dream that we had for her happiness, for our happiness as a family. Um, and then it was exacerbated, I think, by the fact that a lot of what she was doing was happening in my jurisdiction. So my buddies were arresting her, and
Wow.
the people that I was friends with, the judges and probation officers, they all knew me and they all knew her. And then, yeah, it was just kind of perfectly designed to inflict the maximum amount of damage and discomfort for everyone, I think.
Mm.
You know, I
Yeah.
mean, so much worse
Yeah.
for her too, right?
Yeah.
Because her dad's the cop and
Yeah.
she can't do anything and everyone knows her and
Yep.
everyone sees her and everyone's watching her, you know. So it was a terrible ordeal.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And reading your words and how you write about it, it's just so tender and
Mm,
just like the way you share that in your journey just so vulnerably. I don't know. I feel like it's been a while since I've read a book where I like felt like I held it in this such care. Um
mm.
so I just want to say like I so respect the way you wrote about it and share your journey and your story. And um yeah, yeah. It- And then so how where in that journey then did you were you introduced to like Buddhism and meditation? And like you mentioned your broken brain, feeling like
Mm.
it was broken. Like what does that mean and how did that like draw you to
Well, I
meditation?
think, yeah. I first made the connection before everything went off the rails.
Uh-huh.
Like I I was struggling with depression and anxiety, but I
Yeah.
really wasn't experiencing the full-blown breakdown that was to come.
Okay. Yeah.
So I made this connection, and I really loved it. I was like, "Okay, I'm home. This is my path. This is important to me, and it's going to help me." But after only a few months, like, it's weird. The the founder of our branch of Tibetan Buddhism, Shama
Yeah.
Rinpoche,
Mhm.
a Tibetan monk, um, he's not usually in the United States. And right after I connected with this center, a
Yeah.
couple of months later, he was he was there for some
Wow.
reason,
Yeah.
and I met him, and I took refuge, which is like officially becoming a Buddhist.
Mhm.
You you go through a ceremony and you take refuge, and he gave me the refuge vows,
Wow.
and that was like I didn't even understand what I was doing. I just knew, oh, this is the right thing to do, and this is a precious opportunity. So I leapt into it without really knowing what to do
How did you know it
and
was
what
the
the
right thing to do for you?
just just intuitively.
Yeah.
I just felt like, okay, if I wait to figure this out and understand it, it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
He was only there for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And I already had that feeling of being at home. So I was comfortable with that. So I made that connection. I took refuge. And then, like, almost immediately, I got put on graveyard shift and I wasn't really able to go back for 6 months. My schedule wouldn't allow my time. I had to sleep. And then after that 6 months, I just sort of let it alone. I read and I studied, but I didn't participate. It
Yeah.
just sort of went dormant in a way.
Yeah.
And then over the next several years, 5 or 6 years. That's when our daughter's addiction flared up and my drinking problem flared up and everything fell apart. So, it was when I was really in crisis at that point. I was drinking a lot every single day, and that was the best coping mechanism for me. It made me feel so much better. It really alleviated the pain and suffering that I was feeling.
Mhm.
It made me feel loved and capable and able to be with that profound suffering directly. Like, I wasn't trying to hide from it or run from it. I just couldn't be with it unless I was drunk for some reason. But when I drank a lot, I
Yeah.
felt like, "Okay, I can do this. I can be grief-stricken, I can be afraid, I can be horrified and terrified for my daughter, but I can hold this and I can keep it going."
Huh.
But,
Yeah.
um, you know, you start to need more and more
Yeah.
alcohol,
Yeah.
and it gets more and more dangerous. I started realizing, "Oh, I'm going to work and I'm not quite all the way sober yet." Right? And
Right.
I'm on the SWAT team. I get called out. Uh, I'm assigned to detectives, so we're going out in the middle of the night for homicide scenes and whatever.
Yeah.
I was doing something that was really dangerous and unskillful. And at some point, something bad was going to happen as a result of how much alcohol I was drinking all the time. And for some reason, I didn't ever get in a wreck or get arrested or
Yeah.
get in trouble for drinking. So I sort of thought, well, I'm managing it okay, but I
Yeah.
knew it was really bad.
Yeah.
Um, and then our daughter's situation worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And then I the drinking stopped working. I didn't have any sense of peace. I just got more and more depressed. I started having a lot of suicidal thoughts
Mhm.
because I just couldn't see a way out. I couldn't see her behavior changing. I couldn't
Mm.
see my situation changing.
Yeah.
Nothing was working. And I say I had suicidal ideation. I really wanted not so much to die, but to not feel this pain.
Right.
And I had cleaned up enough suicides on the job that I knew what that was, right?
Mm.
I knew who pays the price for that is the family that's left behind,
Yeah.
right? It's an act of violence against the survivors, really.
Mm.
And sometimes the pain is so great that people can't see that and they check out, and that's fine. But I knew for me, I really, really did not want to do that to my wife or to my daughter or to my friends, to the people who would have to clean up the mess that I left.
Mm.
So I was sort of between a rock and a hard place. I couldn't stop thinking about ending my life. I couldn't stop drinking. And there was no off ramp that made any sense to me.
Mm.
And I realized, okay, like it's one thing to be suicidal, but if you're suicidal and you're abusing alcohol, so your impulse control is really low, and then you're carrying a gun all the time, it's like I'm this close to checking out all the time. So I realized, okay, I'm just one bad decision away from ruining everybody's life and ending my own.
Mm.
So that's when I really said, okay, I've got to get back
Yeah.
to the center. I really got to get
Yeah.
serious about this meditation.
Yeah.
And that's when I really dove in and took it seriously and committed to
Mm.
doing the work.
Is that when I think you wrote something in your book, something like your mind falling open?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
around when that
Yeah,
was?
yeah. I had
What was
a,
that experience?
so there were a couple of teachers that taught at that center that were students of the founder, and they had
Yeah.
gone through 3-year retreat
Yeah.
and become official teachers, lamas. So they were well trained and well regarded and experienced. And when I saw Kadrub for the first time, I just, I don't know, I felt like she saw me. She
Mm.
recognized me. Even though she wasn't speaking to me, I'm in a group of 20 people. But
Wow.
for me, it was just like, oh, she sees me. I see her. There's something here.
Yeah.
And then it was, I think, a week or 2 weeks later that she had a weekend retreat.
Yeah.
So I went to that weekend retreat. And it was during that weekend retreat while she was talking that my mind fell open. Right.
Mm.
And I don't know how to describe it except to
Yeah.
say that suddenly I was in a different space.
Okay.
I didn't I didn't see anything different,
Yeah.
right? It was still her and
Yeah.
me and the other students, but, for the first time, I had this utter clarity.
Yeah.
Like, my mind was wide open, spacious.
Yeah.
Everything seemed perfect. Everything
Mm.
seemed luminous and
Mm.
shining with an inherent divinity.
Wow.
I was utterly sure, "Oh, this is heaven. This is the Pure Land. This
Yeah.
is perfection. Everything's fine. There's nothing to worry about,
Yeah.
and I will never lose this feeling."
Did
Right?
you? Did that hold? The
No,
Okay.
it went away. But when you're in it,
Yeah.
it's so utterly clear and transparent that you think, "Oh, well, I will never forget this. I will never unlearn this way of seeing, this way of experiencing."
Yes.
And it
How
for
can
me,
we wow, yeah. Yeah,
it
that
lasted 3 days.
okay.
So I was like that for 3 days,
Yeah.
and then gradually, the real world came back. My ordinary
Yeah.
mind came back.
It's interesting to me, though, how we can never unlearn it, and also it doesn't stay, but yet it doesn't go either. Like, you
Yeah.
still have it in you. Um, that's this is interesting to me. And then so what happened from there?
Um, so then it was just a matter of me doing everything that I could.
Mm.
Whatever the teaching said to do, I did. Whatever practices I could do, I did. I was meditating for 2 or 3 hours before work every day.
Wow. Wow.
I was meditating after work. I
Wow.
was, you know, going to every retreat that I could go to, every
Yeah.
teaching that I could go to.
Can I
Um,
ask you, like, what is it a guided meditation? Is it complete silence? What are your
um,
meditations like?
yeah, so at that time, it was mostly just calm abiding meditation,
Okay.
shamatha
What is
meditation,
and what does that
which is
consist of?
it's it's basically just following the breath and quieting the mind,
Hmm.
stilling the body, counting the breathing,
Yeah.
and disengaging from involvement with the thinking mind
Hmm.
and allowing it to sort of slow down a little bit.
Yes.
So that comes with, right, the beginning when you start to notice the thoughts and see them, it seems like they're multiplying and that
Hmm.
your mind is completely out of control, monkey mind, just one
Hmm.
thought after the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's always like that. We just weren't really paying attention to it.
Yes.
And then over time, as you gain some stability, the mind does quieten down, it slows down, and you begin to experience some spaciousness in
Hmm.
relationship to your own thinking. So I was
Amazing.
doing that,
Yes.
and then I was doing some other like practices where you have a sadhana where you say a certain prayer, you
Okay.
repeat a mantra, you do some visualization of the deity. So there's some structured kind of practice in that,
Yeah.
um, but built on that foundation of sort of taming the mind and shifting your relationship to the thinking mind. So
Amazing.
that was what I was engaged in.
Yeah. So I just okay. So, one of my reasons for starting this podcast, so I grew up Christian and I'd still consider
Mm,
myself Christian. Um like I but like I the kind of Christian where I want to get to the heart of what Jesus came to do and
yeah.
to like because sometimes it feels as though there have been layers added on, right, to Christianity.
Hmm.
You notice anything that can be good, it can also become like rigid and used for not good stuff too.
Right.
And so I think I wanted to like give myself freedom and anybody else that like loves Jesus and is also open to being spiritually expansive. And I don't know a lot about Tibetan Buddhism and just being what it means to be a Buddhist in general. Although I have had some people say to me, like, oh, the way you see life sounds more Buddhist to me than Christian. And I'm like, oh, I don't, interesting. I wonder what they mean by that. Um, and like I said, I see this Jesus energy in you, and
Mm,
I kept thinking this morning, like, I would love to know, like, what if Jesus and Buddha were to sit down and have a conversation, like, what would they chat about? And like, I'm saying all of this because I'm curious, like, from your perspective, would you say the heart of Jesus and the mission of and teachings of Buddha are the same and aligned? And or like what differences might there be?
mm. That's a great question, Kate. Um, and I don't know. I don't think that they're exactly the same thing. There's certainly a core love, right?
Yeah.
Love at the core of both of these, I think, is the essence. Um, and it's weird because I have this personal relationship with Jesus. I have this connection with him
Hmm.
that um, is intimate and personal and experiential,
Hmm.
and yet I don't consider myself a Christian,
Wow.
right? But I have had visions of him. He's come to me. He's taught me.
In your
He's very
meditations?
no, like in that liminal space between sleep and wakefulness,
Wow.
before you're dreaming, but you're still awake. He's come to me. This is where I have a lot of, I guess I call them visions,
Yeah.
visitations.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
not. It's not the state. I mean, I have
Yes.
dreams
Yes.
that are visions, right? I'll be dreaming and then I'll get a vision, and that's not like other dreams. But there's also this visitation space in
Wow.
my experience. And so from my experience, I'm conscious, I'm awake,
Yes.
but
Yes.
I'm in that liminal space.
Yes.
And then something happens that is
Yes.
inexplicable. And yet it's so real and so powerful that it never leaves you.
Yes.
So,
That's so funny you say that. I was literally just writing yesterday about a time that one of my most powerful, like, spiritual experiences happened in that liminal space of waking up in the morning,
yeah,
and I just felt
it's the
so.
juice.
Yeah, what's that? What's the juice?
Yeah, it's the juice, right? We're we're in a space where our traditional identity structures are very loose and
Hmm.
open,
Wow.
and the veil is very thin.
Yes.
And it's the ideal time to
Yes.
connect with us, I think, from
Yes.
from the spiritual realm.
Wow. It's just so this must be a liminal space too, because I literally, like, wrote that
Oh,
question out yesterday, like, "What is that space? Why is it special?" Like, wanting to Google it and research it, and you bring that up here now. What do you remember what Jesus said to you in that space or what Jesus felt
Oh,
like to
yeah.
you?
Yeah. This was, at a time when I was in the middle of all of this drama. I was working at the DA's office, so I'd left the sheriff's department, and I was working as a criminal investigator in the district attorney's office. That was the last 10 years of my career. And there was a woman, a female prosecutor, who was a devout Christian, and I was really heavily into Buddhism, and for some reason, we would talk to each other about
Yeah.
our respective faiths and
Yeah.
experiences, much
Yeah.
like this conversation. "Oh,
Yeah.
this is similar," and
Yeah.
both of us very determined to get to the heart,
Yes.
the essence of
Yes.
what the teachings were, not at
Yes.
all interested in anything that wasn't that, right?
Yes.
So I had this strong heart connection to her. I really, um, thought about her a lot, and I admired her faith and her
Huh.
Christianity and the way that she walked her path. So in this space, I had it like a corny vision of Christ
Mm.
appearing out of the darkness, like regular long hair, beard, white robe,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
quintessential image, right?
Yeah.
But and part of me was like, "Oh, really? You're gonna come like that? Like this?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But um, you know, uh, my heart was just blasted wide open. The sense of, "Oh, he's here. Like, whatever he looks like, this is him." And he just came and went directly into my heart, like, like, his went physically into my heart, his
Wow.
body.
Wow.
And then, at the same time, he was still out in front of me, and he took me into his heart.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
And then we both sort of filled up that space in each other's bodies so that we were the same thing. He was
Wow.
completely me, I was completely him, and we were just resonating on this frequency of pure, astounding love. And there were no words, there was no real teaching or anything. But then what he did, he showed me this woman, and I could see her through his eyes
Oh.
and how much he loved her.
Wow.
And I was crying like a baby.
Yeah.
And I could see her heart. I could see her doubt, her
Wow.
longing, her guilt for all these little imaginary sins and transactions and
Oh.
shortfalls, right? And by being given the gift of seeing her through his eyes, and he showed me
Who was this
her
woman?
whole life.
Do you
One
know
of the
this woman?
prosecutors. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh, the woman, the
This is my
woman.
friend.
Your friend,
Yeah.
your friend. Yes.
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 Yeah.
Oh,
He showed me
wow.
her life.
Wow.
So I saw her as the little girl. I saw her
Oh,
relationship with her
wow.
parents. I saw her praying.
Oh,
I saw her unable to pray. I saw her every time that she connected with him, right?
oh,
And her longing and her
oh.
devotion and her shame and her guilt and her frustration and all of this. And it was the most profound gift
Yes.
because, you know, he
That's the
sees all
most
of us like
beautiful
that.
thing. That's life. Like, that's the essence of life. That's everything.
We can't do anything wrong. We
Yeah.
are utterly loved.
Yes.
We are loved in a way that transcends any capacity that we have to sort of understand it,
Yes.
right? And it was clear he loves everyone that way. He
Yes.
just picked this woman to show me,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah, so that was that vision. And so
we can
I
just
can't do
stop
that
now.
and say,
That's the most profound. I've heard heaven described that way.
Mm,
Um, when people have near-death experiences,
yes.
they see all of life through the eyes of love, their own life through those eyes, and there's nothing we can do or have done wrong, and it's all just as
It's
you're
all forgiven.
describing. Yes.
Yeah. And this love is everything.
The way you talked about Jesus going into your heart and you going into his, and you both filling up the space of one another. Oh, that's so, I mean, to me, that's like the heart of being a Christian, is like, that's what it means to me. Is whatever experience, the amazingness of the experience you described. Like, and lastly, and then I'll stop rambling, but that's so beautiful. It reminds me so much, one of my favorite lessons, and I just had this experience again before having a conversation with you, but actually with I first had it with my child, and I just again with my dog. Okay, so this sounds so silly probably, but here I am, I've already started it, so I'm just gonna say it. Like, when you look into each other's eyes, how you can see your own reflection?
Mm.
Like, I was just sitting with my dog before this, and I saw myself in her eyes, and, um it doesn't sound that cool, but I swear there was something when I first realized that reflection quality the first time in the eyes of my child looking into my eyes, and we were both reflecting one another back and forth. For some reason, it just reminded me of Christ's love and the way we reflect love back and forth, and your story just reminded me of that quality. Um, that's so beautiful. Okay, so, um, actually, Scott, do you wanna tell me the story of your wife too, and seeing, may I ask that? Of seeing Christ in her? And then I wanna ask about Buddhahood. You had this, like, what didn't you tell me that you had a story? Um
Oh, that wasn't my wife.
Oh.
That was a stranger.
Oh, it was a stranger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I could tell that story.
Or do you wanna come back to that? It's up to you.
No. No,
Yeah.
we could talk about it. It seems it's another one of the touchstones of my connection with this Christ energy, right?
Yeah.
Um I had retired and we'd sold the house and my wife and I bought an Airstream and we were going to travel and heal from all of this horror that we'd been through.
Yeah.
Um but like right after we started our trip, she her brother died unexpectedly. He was young and
Wow.
she had to fly to Florida for the funeral and I was driving across the country with the Airstream to
Mhm.
catch up with her.
Yeah.
Um So this happened in Texas, so right in the middle of the journey,
Hmm.
and, I saw this ad for this place where I could camp and visit these caverns, these underground caverns, and I was like, "I really wanna go there." I don't know why. So I went
Hmm.
there, drove there, we could camp in the parking lot area and then go on a tour of these caverns. And I went into the little gift shop, and it was right at the end of business day. Last tour was going to leave in 5 minutes. There were two women in the gift shop that were employees. This really cute, friendly, happy, beautiful little girl who was selling the tickets. And then this rough, loud, obnoxious, tatted up woman, older woman, still young, um, who was like making a lot of noise in the back. So I got my ticket for the tour, and the rough, loud, tatted up girl was like, "I got him. I'm taking him." And she took me on the tour. And it was just the 2 of us, just me and her.
Hmm.
And it's like a 2-mile tour through these vast and beautiful caverns underground. And she started talking about the geology and the deep time and the history, doing her spiel
Hmm.
of the tour.
Yeah.
But very quickly, she's like, "You know what, dude? It's just you and me. Why don't we have a real tour? Why don't we just be real?"
Yeah.
And she started telling me about her life
Hmm.
and her time in prison and her divorce and her abusive husband and losing her kid and her drug addiction and
Wow.
her connection to Christianity,
Wow.
right? Her visitation from Christ,
Wow.
her commitment to um, love. And like she had a visit with Christ when she was 13.
Wow.
And she said, "I want to be your servant. I want to serve you." And he
Wow.
told her, "If you want to do this path, you're going to encounter all of this difficulty. You're going
Wow.
to be a drug addict. You're going to lose your kid. You're going to go to prison, all of this." And
Hmm.
she's like, "Okay, I'll go. I want to do it." And so we started working our way through the caverns, and I'm talking about Buddhism. And I wasn't talking very much about Buddhism, but I was responding to her from my own spiritual experience
Yes.
without trying to cloud it with the Buddhist terminology,
Yeah.
but meeting her heart to heart.
Yeah.
And then eventually we found ourselves at the very deepest part of the caverns, in the center of the tour, in the center of the United States, and what felt like the center of my life. Like I was 50,
Yeah.
right? And in the center of really everything. It was just so clear to me that there was this profound turning point
Hmm.
that my whole life had led me to this
Wow.
moment.
Yes.
And I could see her shining with the light of Christ
Yes.
in her. And it
Wow.
was utterly clear to me that there was Christ and her and me, and the 3 of us were having, like, the the first Christian fellowship, right?
Wow. Yeah.
That's what it was like.
Yeah.
It was in some quiet place, someone's
Yeah.
home, and a few people gathered with him, opening their hearts
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
really seeing each other.
Wow.
Right? We were strangers, but we completely opened our hearts to each other
Wow.
and completely felt the power of Christ's love moving
Hmm.
through us,
Wow.
right?
Yes.
It was totally
That's so beautiful.
shocking.
Yes.
And that was not a liminal space. I mean, except that everything
Right.
about it was a liminal space, but I was
Yes.
completely awake and aware
Yes.
and myself and not odd at all, but there was no doubt about
Yes.
what was happening.
Yes. That's so beautiful. So how
And
can
it had
we
nothing to do
yeah.
with Buddhism.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
nothing.
How can we when life seems like it hasn't turned out the way we would have wanted or the way we would have dreamt it, how can we still find happiness and peace?
Oh, that's a great question. And I think it's so clear. If we look, we can see that anything that we want, anything that we imagine is so impoverished compared to what's given to us already.
Hmm.
We are given everything, everything. And to me, it seems like the only sin that there is to say, I want it to be some other way.
Wow.
I don't accept your gift. I don't accept your creation as you've created it for me. I don't accept the path that you've given, that you've laid out before me. I want it this way,
Hmm.
right? We can, if we can find the courage to let go of that, our own idea about our happiness, our own ideas about what the meaning is or what's important and what's not important, tolerable or intolerable, then we can find ourselves in this field of love that's all pervasive, that accepts everything, and that's not dependent upon outer circumstances to be a certain way. And it gives rise to this recognition that we are always held in his embrace. We are always in the very center of the mandala of bliss, whatever's happening, and that we have nothing to fear, nothing to feel guilty about, nothing to accomplish, nothing to protect or defend or acquire or create. We can just live in this constant rain of blessings
Hmm.
and have just the song of gratitude
Wow.
come from our mouths
Yeah.
continuously, right? That's love, that's worship, that's what we're made to do, I think.
Yeah.
And it's just very hard for us to gain the kind of clarity and distance from our own thought process, our own imagination, our own confused ideas about how we're supposed to be and how the world really is
Yeah.
and what love is all about.
Yeah.
It's attachment to those mistaken ideas that drives all of our unskillful behavior
Yeah.
and creates suffering for ourselves and for everyone else around us.
How can we step out of suffering?
Well, I think we have to be willing to suffer. I think about the crucifixion. I think about Christ getting on the cross,
Mm-hmm.
right? Suffering is part of the deal. Suffering is part of our covenant with God.
Hmm.
But when we really what that act is to me was him giving up his body, him
Yeah.
giving up his human life, him giving up his hopes and fears,
Wow.
him giving up his ideas
Yeah.
about what
Yeah.
God's love means,
Yeah.
right? Because he had his moment of doubt. He asked for this
Yeah.
to pass him by, right?
Yeah.
But he got up on the cross and he gave. He gave all of that. And I think we're invited always to do the same,
Yeah.
to give up our
Wow.
idea
Yeah.
of our whole life, our whole
Yeah.
identity.
Yeah.
Like it can't be a half measured thing.
Yeah.
Like I want to keep this part for me,
Yes.
but then I want these good things in
Yes.
addition. We have
Yes.
to just push all of our chips forward
Yeah.
and let go of all of that. And then when we do,
Yeah.
then we're truly reborn.
And where does that meet creation? Like our own role in creation in the world. And
Well, to me, until we do this work, we can't create anything.
yeah.
What we create is limited by
Yeah.
the amount of our own egoic
Yeah.
participation,
Yes.
right?
Right.
But the more we can clear that out, the more we abandon that and let go of that,
Yeah.
then we become a conduit for that creation. We become a
Mhm.
conduit for love,
Yeah.
and it expresses itself through us. And then it's as close to perfect as you can get.
Hmm.
And you don't care what the outcome is.
Yes.
It's just a pure offering.
Yes. That's so lovely. And I think it's just a question I find myself asking so often. Is
Mm,
this like back and forth between like longing to create an attachment to um my role in it all and outcome and
mm.
all that. Yeah. Um yeah. It's funny and this is like well maybe I won't go there. But well maybe I just feel like social media does like play a role in that for me and just like it's so
Mhm.
interesting and like um I took a break from just being on social media just for like 5 days, and I feel so content and just, like,
Mm.
happy, like, driving my kids to school, and, um and then, and then I'm like, "Oh, I feel pulled to, like, write or create or something," and then when that meets when those creations meet the eyes of other people, it always feels like an ego death, and, like so I don't know why. I think it's, like, an interesting exercise for me to, like, figure out sharing my art with the world, you know? I don't know,
Mhm.
just kind of a tangent, but I guess I'm curious, like, in real life circumstances, how these, like, things play out and form us and help our ego fall to the side and yeah.
Yeah, I think I struggle with the same thing every time I post. Yeah.
Y
You know, it feels
yeah.
terrible, but
Yeah. Does it for
sometimes,
you?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Okay,
mean, I love
yeah.
it in the moment when I'm creating it,
Yes.
right? Because I'm talking to someone and I'm
Yeah.
sharing something that's vital and
Yeah, and you
authentic,
feel like love
and you
with you?
feel it. Yeah.
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 But then as soon as it's released into the world, then yeah, the ego, it's like, oh, the
Yeah.
ego reacts and it goes out into that realm that is so uh, ugly right now.
Yeah.
It's hard to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's problematic. But I
Yeah.
have faith. I have faith. I
Okay.
just let it
Yeah.
go anyway.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that all of that is just my thinking mind
Okay.
and it's not important. It doesn't matter.
So how do you
Right.
decipher the thinking mind from love?
Mm. Well, through practice,
Okay.
right? Through a lot of practice.
Yeah.
But essentially, anytime that there's constriction,
Uh-huh.
then I know that that's what's causing that constriction is my idea about something,
Yes.
not about the thing itself.
Yes.
Oh, this means I'm
Yes.
going to experience this, or
Yeah.
people are going to think that, or this or that.
Yeah.
So for me, the constriction is always the indicator, 100% reliable indicator. Oh, I'm in my thinking mind. And
Cool.
when there's no constriction, when it's open, it's just love, and there's no labeling, then I know that I'm in open awareness and I'm fine
Cool.
and there are no problems, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when those when you're creating from that place of love,
Yes.
create and release
Yes.
and recognize that any misgivings that you have about it have nothing to do with that creation or that release. They're
Huh.
only the activity of your thinking mind,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to
Yeah.
think about what you think about.
Yeah.
You don't have to solve any of those problems that the mind offers you up as a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, people are going to think this and people are going to say that and this is going to
Yes.
happen. You don't have
Yes.
to address that at all. You can just
Yes.
release it.
Yes. Because those are more thoughts about, like, my identity.
Yeah.
And yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
But
glad
your
I said that.
identity is
Yeah.
is love
Right.
and nothing can touch that.
Yes, nothing else
Nothing
does
can make
matter.
that better.
Right. Yes. Right.
Nothing can make that worse.
Yes.
It's perfect, right?
Yes.
So you're
Right.
sorted. You're
Yeah.
taken care of.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I love that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel so peaceful.
Yeah, well, there's nothing to attack or defend. There's
Yeah.
nothing to do except abide in this love, as this love.
Hmm. So what is Buddhahood?
I think it's that.
Oh.
It's freedom. It's freedom from the thinking mind. It's freedom from identification as uh, a being embedded in time and space
Hmm.
with hopes and fears.
Hmm.
And it's complete surrender
Hmm.
to an all pervasive love
Hmm.
that excludes no being. and that places demands on no one,
Mm,
and that is only open and aware and infused with this bliss.
mm. That
And
sounds nice. Yeah.
whatever
Yes.
arises is met with that love.
Yes.
It's simple.
So, do you feel like our lives are is preordained the right word? Or um like I've heard have you heard of like soul contracts? Like things like
Mm,
that?
yeah.
Like what do you think about that or how does that align with Tibetan Buddhism? Um like where does free will meet like God's plan for our
Mm,
life and how that all how do you see that? Yeah.
yeah. Well, I like the Tibetan Buddhist approach, which is karma, right? Which is cause and effect. So in the Buddhist view, basically, we have these three poisons: ignorance, grasping, and aversion, right? So we either want the things that we want and
Mhm.
we do everything with our body, speech, and mind to get the good stuff. And then the things that we don't like, we flee from or try to arrange our lives so that they're excluded
Yes.
from us, right?
Yeah.
So that's aversion. So I
Okay.
can do anything with my body, speech, and mind to get rid of the bad things. And then those things that aren't good or bad to me, I just ignore, right? Which is 99.9% of all creation. And then all of my waking and sleeping life, my whole life is arranged in this project of getting all the good stuff and getting rid of all the bad stuff.
Mm.
And then every day you're just doing the math. Oh, this bad thing is threatening me, so I have to do these things. And this
Wow.
good thing is over there, so I need to
Yeah.
do this and this to get to it, right?
Yes.
Um, and when we are operating from that ignorant perspective, we do things with our body, speech, and mind that harm others to get what we
Wow.
want,
Wow.
right? So I want
Yes.
this job, so I undermine my coworker so they look bad.
Yeah.
And then I lie about my capacity so that I look better.
Yeah.
And then that causes pain and suffering to them. And then my lie gets found out and I suffer and I generate negative karma.
Mhm.
And the more negative karma I generate, the worse my life gets
Mhm.
and the worse people suffer around me. And when I do good things, I accumulate positive karma. But in the Buddhist view, we've been playing this game not just for this lifetime, but for numberless lifetimes in the past.
Mm.
So what we find ourselves is living in this kind of stream of energy that is constantly pushing us
Yeah.
in the direction that we're used to. So we do more and more and more of the same activities, and we dig ourselves deeper and deeper and deeper into these holes. And that's
Okay.
what I was experiencing, right? When my life was all blown up. Everything that I was doing because I thought it would bring me happiness, right?
Yeah.
Drinking alcohol, I
Yeah.
think it will make me happy. If
Yeah.
I kill myself, that will make me happy. If I do this and this, if I, chase my daughter through the streets and kick down doors and drag her out of, you know, drug dens, then she'll be happy and I'll be happy. And I'm
Mhm.
not seeing, oh, there's a drunk, crazy guy running around kicking down doors and dragging people out of houses, right? Um, but eventually, all of that negative karma drove me to this crisis point,
Yeah.
right? And I had to change. And then when I changed, then my outer experience started to change.
Wow.
So, and now, like as you described, right? I'm someone who's happy.
Yes.
I'm someone who's filled with love and bliss and contentment. Even though the world is not a different place, but I have become different. So that's, I think, the Buddhist view. We have all of this negativity and positivity mixed together, and that drives us. And when we don't understand the dynamic, we're more susceptible to doing unskillful actions that make things worse.
Mm.
But if we follow the teachings, then we can begin to open up this space between the constriction of the thinking mind and this source of love, the source of openness, the source of divinity that's ever present, that's an intrinsic birthright to each one of us. And we can leave the world of confusion and stupidity and sin and live from this place of divinity, this place of love. And it's available to every single one of us,
Mm.
regardless of what we believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have so many questions. Um, so part like do you, I guess I was curious like what would someone that is practicing Buddhism feel about manifesting?
Mm.
Like, um, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not a big manifester.
yeah.
I'm, I think that that is a misuse of our energy, a misuse of
Yeah.
our love.
Yeah.
It's a because all of that, what what is driving the desire to manifest things in a certain way is the
Yes.
ego.
Right.
And so it doesn't matter what you get, no matter what you manifest, even if it worked perfectly, just the way that you wanted it. As
Yeah.
soon as you got what you wanted, you would then want the next version.
Yes.
And we can see that at work in our lives already, right? As soon as you get the job, the dream job, you start looking for the promotion,
Right.
right? As soon as you get the dream house, you start planning the renovation,
Right.
right? It's all there's more and more and more that
Yes.
is because that egoic mind can never be satisfied,
Yes.
never.
Yes.
So, and what's the point of manifesting something when you live in utter abundance,
Yes.
when everything is given to
Right.
you for free?
Right. Yes.
The whole of creation is yours.
Yes. Because I was gonna ask, like, do you feel like when you are in that state of bliss, alignment, like, do you feel like it impacts the physical world around you? But then it's like, well, what does it matter?
Yeah.
Because either way, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely do notice that what I need comes to me.
Huh.
The teachers I need come to me. The
Mm.
teachings that I need come to me. The lessons that I need are given to me. My teachers are ever present
Mm.
and they manifest either
Mm.
in a kind and loving way or in a wrathful, corrective way, right? When I make a mistake, they're right there showing me, oh, you can do better than this.
That's so pure, and the longing for your teacher to be what comes to you,
Mm.
that's such a pure, gift to long to receive, to see the right teacher, that you always have the right teacher there. That's really that that's just, like, world changing to see it that
Mm.
way. That's really beautiful.
Yeah, we really emphasize in Tibetan Buddhism this devotion to the teacher,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
And in the beginning, it is it's hard for us as Westerners, I think, to like, oh, that's just a guy or that's just a woman, and
Yeah.
I should maintain my
Mm.
autonomy. I should not be overly dependent on them. But if we really pour our
Yeah.
whole heart into this act of devotion,
Yes.
eventually what we recognize is that that outer teacher is really just mirroring the inner teacher,
Yes.
our own innate wisdom,
Yeah. Wow.
right?
Wow.
And once we recognize that inner teacher, then we see that teacher everywhere,
Wow.
right?
Yeah.
They do manifest in the form of our teacher, but they manifest in the form of nature. They manifest in the
Yeah.
form of our own experiences and emotions.
Yeah.
Um, because they're not different from us,
Well,
right?
that's so
Yeah.
beautiful. I love the word devotion.
Mm,
That's such a beautiful word. You write a lot in your book about like some on shadow work and like letting things go, letting things come up and out that have been pushed down.
mm, mm,
Um, I guess I wonder if that's a part of your source of joy is letting some things go. Yeah, what has shadow work taught you
mm,
in your life? And how can I make space to let things go that are no longer serving me to be
mm.
lighter
That's a
and freer?
yeah. Yeah, I think devotion is a key
Mm.
to the approach. We have to really recognize that these embedded
Oh,
traumas that we carry,
yeah,
these aspects of darkness within
yeah,
our psyche,
yeah,
we need to love them. We need to hold them with love
yes,
and really respect them and not ask them to turn into light, not ask them to do something that's against their nature, but to respect their nature and to
yeah,
have gratitude for the gifts that they bring us,
mm,
right? This suffering, thank you,
mm,
right? This humility, this scalding pain and shame, I thank you for it,
mm,
right? It's medicine to me. It's giving me something, a fullness, a completeness to my experience
mm,
that without that, I can't really love, right? I can't love if I don't acknowledge the shadow,
mm,
if I
mhm,
don't incorporate that, right? I have this view of the world that is everything happens, absolutely everything.
yeah,
It's not a world of light only and love only. Everything is expressed,
yeah,
right? As a you can call it God or you can not name it, but what is expressed is the fullness of absolutely everything.
yeah, yeah,
And in that, there is just as much intrinsic wholeness and authenticity
yeah,
in the dark world
yes,
as there is in the light. And the medicine is the same. The work is the same. The importance of it is the same.
mm,
The divinity of it is the same.
mm,
We make a mistake to divide it into good and bad,
yeah,
or sin and grace, or evil and goodness, right?
yeah,
It's all the expression of the same fundamental force.
yes. My
And
son, yeah,
we we partake of that,
well, yeah,
right?
yeah,
But we don't have in the West, we don't have a way of processing it.
yeah,
We want to wish it away or deny it
yeah,
or cleanse ourselves of it, but you have to incorporate it. You have to let it be what it is and let it give you what it is there to give you without pushing it away or wishing to transform it into something that it's not. And when you do that with authenticity,
yeah.
then you receive the full gift.
How do you
And
do
then
it
you begin to,
authentically? Yeah, without
yeah, I
pushing it
think it
away.
comes back,
Yeah.
yeah, it comes back to this willingness to suffer. It comes back to Christ's
Hmm,
crucifixion,
hmm,
right? The willingness to say, okay, this is scary to me
yeah,
and I don't understand it. And I think it's going to kill me. But yes,
mm,
right? It's the yes, I
well,
think is what is the essential thing. And then it will teach you
yeah,
what it's there to teach you
yeah,
when you let it know that you're receptive.
yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes. My son just said on the way to school this morning, he was like, "Mom, can I tell you this question that my teacher asked us yesterday? I thought it was a really good question." And he said, "Oh, how did he word it? If we could choose to live in a perfect world where there's constant peace and circumstantially everything is good, would we take that over what we have in this world? What would you say to him? And why?
Wow, what a kid. What an amazing question. Yeah, for me, it's I want the whole enchilada, right? I think that place of heavenly rest and purity and ease and light is a stepping stone to re-engaging the full spectrum of reality,
Mhm.
right? So we need that divinity and support and vision to heal in a
Yeah.
way, to
Yeah.
become more whole. But I think we already are in heaven. We
Yeah.
already are
Yeah.
in the field of bliss.
Yes.
And that includes all of
Yes.
the suffering and stupidity and confusion.
Wow.
And we have the capacity,
Yeah.
once we've made that connection with our
Yeah.
true essence,
Yes.
to then move in the world from that place of love and
Yes.
bring that gift and distribute it everywhere,
Yes. God is moving
everywhere.
through us, through our experience and expanding. I've heard it said that God is actually expanding God's self through us as we grow in love. Like that's
Mm,
just what I hear too as you talk
yeah,
about that.
we are unlimited in our capacity, but we don't trust that. We
Hmm.
don't we don't have the direct experience of that, but it's true.
Well,
We have the capacity to do absolutely everything.
okay, with that in
And
mind,
we live
yeah.
in that
Yeah.
we live in a world in which there's limitless bliss and there's limitless suffering. There's limitless light and there's limitless darkness.
Well,
And we can hold all of that and we can move skillfully in all of those worlds. But we have to, again, be willing to let go of the small
yeah.
personal vision of hope and fear for my egoic safety,
Mm.
you know?
W- How do you feel about like spirit guides? Just
Ah,
as you talk about like being we are in heaven now. What is our
mhm.
connection to guides? Connecting with those that have gone before us, have passed. If we are in heaven, can we connect with those in heaven, but in a different realm that's sort of here,
100%.
sort of not? And how
Yeah.
do we do that
Yeah,
like
because,
holistically and like purely?
um, I can only share from my experience,
Yeah.
so um, I don't wanna make any claims that I can't back up, but, um, I have connection with spirit guides. They come to me in that liminal space, they come to me in
Yeah.
dreams,
Yeah.
they're ever present, and they don't make any sense, like, they're not, Buddhist or Christian. I mean, there's a whole gamut of,
Hmm.
um, entities, you could call them
Ha
guides or spirits.
yeah.
I don't know what
Yeah.
they are. I have
Yeah.
different names and different ideas about them, but I
Oh,
don't for
cool.
1 second think that those names and identities have anything to do with what they are. They're just a handy label. It's sort of how I
Yes.
feel about Christ. Like I have an image of Christ and I have a name for him, but what he is transcends that utterly. Just like
Yes.
what I am transcends this package utterly.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with doing the shadow work. It's just opening up to it. It's just saying,
Hmm.
yes,
Hmm.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Yeah.
I would like to nurture this connection. So if you have something to say it to me in a way that I will understand
Mhm.
and it'll be clear to me.
Mhm.
And they will.
Um,
I think that
I love that.
the
Yeah. Yes.
And the Tibetan Buddhists say this too, but this is not the only realm.
Yeah.
This is not the only world.
Yeah.
This is not the only life, not
Yeah.
by a long shot.
Yeah.
We're always asked to open our hearts more and open our conceptual frameworks more.
Yes.
What is utterly vast,
Yes.
utterly multifaceted, and
Yeah.
beyond any categories of naming or knowing. So,
Yeah.
of course, there are things that we don't understand that happen.
Hmm.
And this power of love is everywhere. And everywhere there are beings who are opening up to be conduits for this love. And
Yes.
everywhere there are beings who are confused and who
Hmm.
will lead us astray.
How do you know how do you I'm glad you said that because that was a question I wanted to ask. How do you set the intention to connect with a being of love, or how would you know if you heard something that was, like, confused or, like,
Just like when you talk to a regular person,
"Huh, yeah,
right? You meet someone, you're like, oh, they seem really neat. I really like them. I trust them. And then every time you talk to them, you have a good conversation. They have something nice to say. They're helpful, right? And you're like, oh, that's my friend. I talk
yeah."
to them all the time. And then you meet someone, you're like, I don't know. I get a weird vibe
Yeah,
off of this dude,
yeah.
right? And then you see him, he's always yelling at his kids, he's kicking
That's
the
the
dog,
best. Yeah.
his car looks like shit, it's full of trash. You're like, I don't know. And then you catch
I gotta
him
go clean my car.
in your living room, he's stealing stuff, right? When we
Just like
we
it's a
do have to
regular
have
person.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to have good boundaries. You have to have discernment. You can never just think, "Oh, it's a field of bliss and joy and everything is open for me." Well, it is. Everything's open, including the lessons of being too open and too stupid, right?
Wow.
We can't have idiot compassion. We have to accumulate wisdom to
Hmm.
go along with our compassion, to know, is this skillful, right? I want to love, I want to be of benefit, but is this the right way to demonstrate that? And is
Hmm.
this the time right with this being, right?
Wow.
So you can't ever abdicate your own responsibility.
Hmm. I'm so curious about other realms and
Me
our
too.
role in it all. Yeah. And so do you feel like, um I don't know how to ask about reincarnation, but
Mm.
yeah, what are your thoughts on that?
Um, yeah, so definitely the Tibetan Buddhists believe in reincarnation and teach that we do reincarnate.
Yeah.
Um, and not just as humans, but in all kinds of realms, all kinds of possibilities. And it's dictated really by our karma and our level of awareness. I don't remember any
I was just gonna
particular past
ask.
lives,
Yeah. I've had friends
right?
that have had, like, flashbacks or yeah. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I feel like I remember some previous deaths, like
Interesting.
traumatic deaths,
Oh,
but nothing really about being a particular person or an entity or anything.
yeah.
Um, but I think it's sorry.
Do we have a fur friend?
It's clear. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's clear to me that what I am showed up in this body,
Yeah.
right? And when
Yeah.
this body is done, it's going to do something else. I don't know what that is going to be,
Yeah.
but I'm excited about it, right? I'm excited about it.
That's so I love
I
yeah.
hope
Yeah.
that at the end there is like a debrief.
Yeah.
I really want
And
a
maybe a little
debrief.
break or a pause.
A little break, right? Yeah. Some nice snacks,
Some
right?
nice snacks, a little refresh.
Yeah, and hang out with Buddha and
Yeah.
Jesus
Oh,
and have
yeah.
a good conversation, right?
Yeah.
and go through everything and say, "Oh,
Huh.
yeah, I
Oh.
was right about that. Oh, I was totally wrong about that." Right? "Oh, that's what was happening." Because
Hmm.
I have an insatiable curiosity about
Hmm.
every single thing, right? I wanna know. My heart doesn't need to know, but my thinking mind always
Yeah.
wants to know
Yeah.
more and more and more and more.
What would you like me to know about Buddha? I
Mm,
realized I haven't met with Buddha, you know? Like as a
yeah.
spirit guide, I don't know if I would know what Buddha's essence felt like.
Mm.
Um, what how would you
That's
explain
really
it to me?
interesting because, in all the visitations and visions that I've had, I haven't had that connection with Buddha,
Interesting.
right? I haven't had a visit from Buddha connecting with me and telling me something or teaching me
Yes,
something.
yes.
Lots and lots of teachers, lots and lots of, um, men and women who've been dead for 1,000 years that are
Wow.
part of this lineage who have
Yes.
come and talked to me and, appeared with me. And I think that the reason that that is that unlike this Christ consciousness, which I think is somehow a little more personal, a little more personalized within this entity of Christ,
Yeah.
um, this Buddha nature is what we all are,
Wow.
right? It's what you are fundamentally.
Huh.
And the way that we connect with that is to make that connection to our own authentic heart,
Wow.
right? And that's as close, I think, as we can get, right? In the Buddhist idea, Shakyamuni Buddha, the historical Buddha, is the
Yeah.
one who woke up to his own nature. He was a human being. He's not a divinity.
Yeah.
He's just a human being
Yeah.
who, through hard work and wisdom, came to an understanding about how his mind works and what the nature of that mind is
Wow.
and the nature of this objectless love,
Hmm.
right? And when he discovered that for himself, like his initial response was like, well, no one's going to get this. I'm not
Hmm.
going to teach this to anyone, right? No one's going to
Really?
understand this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then the disciples that he was working with
Yeah.
on the path before he attained enlightenment
Yeah.
encountered him and said, "What happened? You're different. Something's going on. Teach us what you learned." And
Yeah.
so he began to propagate the teachings. And those teachings are really just skillful means to allow each one of us to shift our relationship with our unskillful thoughts
Wow.
and come to a direct personal experience of something that is timeless
Wow.
and something that
Oh,
is
that's cool.
innate
Yes.
within us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which is why you can have Christian Buddhists and Jewish Buddhists and
Oh,
Hindu
cool.
Buddhists,
Yes.
right? It doesn't
Oh, that's
doesn't
beautiful.
matter what you believe
Yes.
with your
Yes.
thinking mind.
Yes.
It's just stripping away the
Yes.
unskillful baggage and
Hmm.
operating systems
Yeah.
that obscure,
Yes.
right? That cover over our connection to our innate self.
Wow.
And so it's just a set of teachings to allow us to dissolve and remove those barriers and obscurations
Hmm.
and come to a direct experience of our true nature.
Wow. Our true nature. What is our true
So in
nature?
that way,
Yeah.
right, then Buddha is always with me because I
Hmm.
am that awareness.
Yes.
It's not it's not a dualistic relationship.
Hmm.
It's just me. It's just you.
Hmm. Throughout our time, I keep getting like a vision of like a big smile, happy dancing boy. Like I just keep seeing that. So I wonder if that's what I'm hearing as like part of our true nature. is something,
Mm.
just this ongoing
Mm.
dance.
I think that's beautiful. I think it is a dance. It's a participative experience
Hmm.
with all of creation,
Hmm.
right? You're not alone. You're not an isolated
Hmm.
entity. You are this dance, this energy of love that meets with and responds to absolutely everything as it arises, moment by moment by moment. And
Wow.
that flow of
Wow.
activity is ceaseless.
Wow.
Life after life, birth
Yeah.
after birth, death after death.
Yes.
It arises, you
Yes.
participate with it from this place of love. It's endless perfection. And, to answer your son, it includes all of this
Wow.
craziness,
Yeah.
right? Activity. It manifests across the board in every possible way, and we participate in it in every possible way in an endless dance of creation and destruction. And we are the still center around which everything turns.
And then how do you know you're gonna be okay? Like with all
You because nothing damages you.
Mm.
Nothing has ever harmed you.
Mm.
No, right?
Yeah.
The deepest grief, the
Yeah.
most horrifying experience, death after death. It hasn't touched your essence.
Hmm.
It hasn't degraded your capacity for love, right? The only thing that can be touched and degraded and threatened is the egoic structure, right? My idea about who I am,
Mhm.
my projects for who I am, how I
Mhm.
want to be seen in the world. All of that can be damaged.
Yeah.
But the essence, it's stainless and perfect.
If you lose someone, do you feel as though you will meet them as your soul passes on? Or do you feel like you're
Oh,
always with
I don't yeah, they don't go anywhere,
Yes.
right? When they leave the form of the body, then they're released into open space. And in that space, I'm always connected with them. They're more available,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
When my teacher died, um, I didn't expect it at all, but he completely appeared in my mind streams. Like
Well.
five days after he died, he
Well.
was just there.
Well.
I was like, bro, I don't even know you. Like I've met you 4 or 5 times. I
Well.
didn't have a strong connection with him.
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm here.
Yeah.
This is what you need to do. This is what you're doing good. I will be with you step by step everywhere from now on. When
That's
people
so
die,
beautiful.
they
Yeah.
they become much less limited.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing to fear around
Yes.
that at all.
Yeah. That's so beautiful. And I want to be respectful of your time, and I'd love to close with some rapid fire questions. Before we do, I just want to say it out loud so I remember too. Well, first of all day I kept hearing, like, today, Kate, you're going to hear the Christmas story through Scott. And it's just something about, like, the gift of presence in all things and here amongst us and the way you see life. And um also I just wanted to say I felt so convicted in the most beautiful way, for lack of a better word, just in like I feel like I can get a really strong longing for really like physical things, you know? And to see abundance as teacher after teacher coming to me, I have that in my life. And that is the greatest form of abundance. And I want to treat it as such because it is so precious and beautiful and all I know I really long for. And today, I thank you for being that teacher for me and sharing your time and your wisdom and your life's offering. Um, it's a true gift. Thank you very, very much. Thank you.
You, Kate. Thank you. I really, yeah, this has been on my mind for weeks, been very present in my mind stream. And this opportunity to connect with you and share this has been a really great blessing, very profound. So thank you.
Thank you. I don't want it to end. And I also know my dogs are gonna be barking soon as the rest of my kids come home. Um, is there anything else you wanna say before we do some rapid fire questions to close?
No, I think I was able to get out what needed to get out.
Cool. Um, oh, it's so funny too because I just know, as I say, I don't want it to end. I know, like, these things are gonna come with me as they
Mm,
have in other conversations, like, they continue to arise as a teacher for me and the like, how did you say it? Like, my mind stream?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Like,
yeah.
I love that. Is that's so true. That's so beautiful. Okay. May I ask when do you remember or notice the presence of God from within your body?
Well, I would say continuously, right? From the minute I wake up and all day long and all night long. It's just always,
Ah,
yeah, I don't feel lost.
oh,
I don't feel alone ever. I feel um, so grateful
mm,
to have whatever is given
mm.
and completely, abundantly cared for and
Wow,
supported.
wow.
Doesn't mean that all the terrible things aren't going to happen. They are
Yeah,
still going to happen,
yeah,
but that's fine.
yeah,
That's part of the that's part of the gift.
yeah.
I don't I don't I don't want them to slide by me.
Mm.
I want to get run over. I want to I want to be caught on fire. I want to be um, able to dance with everyone
Mm,
and everything.
that's amazing. And how about the presence of Jesus? When do you
Mm,
remember that?
yeah, I would say, I've had these couple of very well, some earlier ones too. So maybe four or five really profound connections with him where I know he's there, and he's making himself known to me.
Mm. Oh,
But then on the day to day, I think it's more like a friend that
yeah,
I think about and
yeah.
I know, right? Like a real solid friend
Mm,
that's always going to be there.
mm.
But we don't talk on the phone every day.
Yeah, I love that. What does faith mean to you?
Everything, everything, right? This willingness to trust in what is given and trust in my own nature,
Mm,
my capacity,
mm.
um, as
Wow,
someone who is beloved, as someone
wow.
who was brought here, right,
Yeah,
for this purpose.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I think faith opens the door to our own connection to love,
mm.
to the power and blessings of devotion,
Yeah,
and to it gives me it's like a fuel that helps spark my diligence and my effort
wow,
to eradicating my own confusion,
wow.
right? Because it's a participatory event,
Yeah.
right? So yeah,
Oh,
it's hard to overstate the need for faith, and my love for faith and my
Oh,
gratitude that I have faith. I
wow.
no longer see faith like I used to see faith as believing in something that's invisible,
Yeah,
believing in something that can't be proven.
yeah,
And I don't see it that way anymore,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's faith in what is. It's a bedrock, absolute faith in what is.
Wow.
And um, when you have that, you can't be afraid of what is.
Mm.
So then there's no fear anywhere,
Oh,
right? What is worthy of my love. What is something within my capacity
yes,
to engage with fully. Whether
yes,
that's comfortable or uncomfortable does not matter,
yeah,
right? So that's faith is trust in what is,
yes. I'm just having
and
a
that will
moment.
take you
Yeah,
everywhere.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a moment of gratitude that I get to be here.
Mm,
This is abundance to me. My heart almost aches. um, how do you hear from God? And what, may I ask, are you hearing right now in your life or today?
mm. Yeah, I think he never shuts up, right? Every single occurrence, every arising, everything is radiant with this love and
Oh,
awareness and connection and warmth and this message that all is well,
mm,
right? All is well.
yeah.
And you can completely release your fear,
Hmm.
completely release any sense of a lack of capacity or doing it wrong or
Yeah.
um, being held accountable for not
Hmm.
living up to your own imagination of how you're supposed to do it,
Wow. Yeah.
right? Everything is given completely freely,
Hmm.
and everything that we do is celebrated.
Wow. The way you're talking right now, your voice sounds a lot like my spirit guides and my angels that I hear from. Like
I've been talking to you for a long time, girl.
what you just said, I was like, "Whoa, that sounded like what I hear in prayer."
Mm, mm,
Lastly, I love to just end with like an invitation to healing, whether that be a small mindset shift or a physical practice or anything that you might like to invite us into for the days ahead.
mm. So, yeah, I close out all of our practices with a heartfelt meditation, heart centered. Um, so, yeah, just join me for a second.
Yes, thank you.
Just close your eyes, release your worries and thoughts, and just bring your awareness to your heart center and see there a small white light the size of a pea, just radiating this pure white light that floods you with a sense of unconditional love.
Wow.
And just see that flooding through every cell of your body, turning every cell brilliant white, purifying, cleansing, healing every cell in your body, and radiating more and more and more powerfully so that you begin to radiate this light out into the cosmos in all directions, where it touches every other sentient being throughout time and space
Wow.
and heals them and fills them with love and light. And they begin to radiate this light out into the cosmos so that you are both the source of love for every sentient being without a single exception and the recipient of love from every sentient being without a single exception. And this is our reality. Beyond all the confusion, beyond all the ideas about right and wrong, beyond all of our
Mm,
projects, underneath everything, this is what's going on. And we can touch into this anytime that we want to.
God. Thank you so much.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
it.
thank you, Kate. This has been a really, really beautiful space
I'm
to
so
be a part
grateful.
of.
Thank you. Thank you
I'm
so
really
much for
grateful.
being here.
Thank
I
you.
like don't want to let you go. I'm like sad.
Yeah, well, we're connected now.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
we're
so
connected.
grateful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kate.
Oh, just like honored and I was gonna go cry and hold my dogs. Yeah, thank you so
Well,
much.
let's
Thank
let's
you.
keep this connection open.
Yeah,
All
definitely.
right.
All right. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much for
much.
being here.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for being here and for listening. I would so appreciate a follow or an authentic review. It'll help us connect more with people that long to get to the heart of the original mission of Jesus and to spread and share the energy of Christ. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All my love to you. Have a great week.